Alright, what's going on, you guys? This is Ronald Memebet speaking. In this video, I'm gonna be making a special edition of how it would look like to be a VIP list of my community. In this video, I'm gonna be showing to you guys three great bets, in my opinion, for future cards, UFC 257, 258, and 259. I'm also gonna be showing the access you guys would be getting to the spreadsheet, how you could use your best interest in if you are a member of the VIP list. And as of now, I'm just piloting this. There's no cost involved. It's free. All you have to do is take a look in the about of my channel, drop me an email, and I'll be sharing with you the, how it would look like in the VIP list and in the future content. So this is just like a snippet, just a nugget of information of how it would look like. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, let me know. Let me know also the format of this video if you like it and if you think this adds values to you. And if you are willing to take these bets, if you are willing to follow what I'm saying here, just take it with a grain of salt. And the disclaimer here is, this is your money on the line. I'm not responsible, neither accountable for anything that happens. This is your full responsibility. And by taking the, following my predictions, you're fully accountable, fully responsible. So that being said, enjoy it and good luck with your bets. Alright guys, so for those that are around for quite some time in my channel, you know that this spreadsheet is where I keep track of everything. So having the access to this, what would be a good idea and what would be the future bets that I'm talking about? So you guys have filter in this line number 2 where you can filter everything. So what I could do, I could actually filter by color, and let me say, and as you guys know, everything in yellow and in green are those that are medium to high bets that I'm placing, So I have these three guys or three girls in this case as medium, right? And most of the time the amount of that I'm betting shows that. So I have like Rodolfo Vieira and Guiana that's taking place this card, but a future bet, like I said, Polyana Viana. So by here you guys can see that I'm quite confident on Polyana Viana. Actually, I'm throwing on her 6.5% of my money, so it's a big bet from my side, right? So if I can filter everything again, actually I can clear the filters. Okay, I'm sorry, here, it was here. And then I can make the filter on this column, right? So it's not that perfect, as you guys know. So I want everything in green. So I have a high bet on Megan Anderson, and I also have a medium bet on Antonio Carlos Jr. So these are the three bets that I'm going to be covering here. So just to show that if you have access to the spreadsheet, you can quite quickly filter all of these things and see if you agree with me on some of those and place your bets. And also if you're free always to follow the amounts that I'm doing here, because it's a proportion that I have found that's useful for me. Alright, so I'm going to be breaking down three fights. It's going to be Antonio Carlos Jr., Polyana Viana, and Megan Anderson. There are three that I'm very confident in. So real quick to break down Brett Tavares versus Antonio Carlos Jr. Guys, I'm going to be breaking down with quite some detail so you guys can feel how confident I am and why. So this is going to be taking a little bit longer than I used to, but I would like to know also you guys' feedback if this, adds value to you guys, if you like this or you like more, direct approach. So Tavares, the guy is, as an overall, he's a calm and cool, collected guy in the octagon. He's very consistent in his style. He's very predictable in a good sense. You know what he's gonna do. He's consistent throughout the fight. He has good experience. In terms of striking, the guy feints quite well. He's patient, to throw his strikes. He's not like bull rushing or anything. Good jabs, 1-2, left hooks to straight punches. So he kind of likes to feint and get inside of the guys using the jab, and eventually he comes with it. Right hand behind, throw a hook and a right hand. Good leg kicks, has good power into that. And he's also good in timing opponents. The opponents rushes in, gives openings. He can time guys to clinch, to takedowns. When he explodes, he's dangerous, He doesn't do that quite often, but when he goes quite hard. He has good power. What else? Like I said, he's very consistent. I like his pace throughout the fights. Doesn't bull rush or something. So defense is also pretty good. He's not that easy to hit. The chin is also quite strong. And what would be the downfall for Tavares, in my opinion? He's primarily a kickboxer, and he's not the best in throwing volume. He has good power. It's not that bad volume, but he's not too much doesn't throw too many strikes, something that would clearly win the fight. He kind of finds himself in these close fights. And in terms of takedown defense, also not the best. Not easy to hold down. He's strong, but not the best takedown defense. And like I'm putting here, it's nothing outstanding. What I mean by this is it's quite tough for him to find his style to effectively win the fights. That's why eventually he finds himself in close fights. But a complete fighter, a very well-rounded fighter, as you guys can see. On the other side of the octagon, we have Shoeface or Cara de Zapato. The guy's tough, he's always in the fight. He's a big and strong middleweight. He used to fight as heavyweight. He won BJJ belts as a heavyweight. So this guy is big as a middleweight. He cuts quite a lot of weight, but he's quite lean, and he's been proven that it's quite the right weight class for him. I'll get into that soon. And he's well-rounded. He used to be only a BJJ guy, but he's developing his strike. And as I'm putting here, he's not afraid to brawl, he doesn't have bad power, commits to his strike, he's ready to swing and to combo, to shoot after he combos his strike. Good timing on second, double legs, likes to use the physical strength on the cage. He's a very strong guy on the clinch. He likes to use the body locks with leg trips. He ends up in, when he takes top position, he's very tight from top. He has elite BJJ, like I said, black belt, heavyweight champion. What I don't like much about Antonio Carlos Jr., I don't think he has much of an advanced wrestling technique. He kind of forces the issue, uses his size to his advantage, his strengths, but he uses lots of energy when he goes for this type of takedowns, which cost him in the past. He gets tired, mostly because of this. His cardio is not the best in the world. Like, naturally, he's not like a super a guy that has super cardio, but still, I think it costs much more to him, this style where he tries to, use too much strength to put guys to the ground and anything else. And like I'm putting here, he's quite aggressive. He has a big will and heart. So this guy comes for real. He comes hard and he comes fast to win the fights. He's in a great training camp in ATT, and he's at his prime at this point. But like I'm putting here, his striking is improving, but not his forte. So why do I see Antonio Carlos Jr. as a strong favorite? Due to the following reasons. I think that Brad Tavares, he's a great overall fighter. He has good strikes, but he doesn't use the volume quite enough. In this matchup, he doesn't have the reach. Tavares is 6'1" with 73 reaches, whereas Antonio Carlos Jr. is 6'1" and 78 inches. So it's quite significant. It's 5 inches. Plus, Tavares is not a volume guy. He has good technique, but it's nothing like outstanding, not like top-notch kickboxing. It's very good for MMA. It has granted him great wins, but still it's not top notch. And what I'm assuming here when I'm saying that Antonio Carlos Jr. gonna win this fight, I'm assuming Antonio Carlos Jr. is gonna bring improvements to his hand, which I think is very true because he has been improving throughout his career, right? He's using the jab much better. He can, basically swing. He has power to swing with Tavares. Plus, he has got the BJJ, so what do I see this? I see Antonio Carlos Jr. using lots of jabs. I see him, when Tavares tries to close the gap, pulling back and swinging back with Tavares, which is going to win Tavares' respect, and he's going to shoot, And like I'm putting here, Tavares doesn't have the best takedown defense in the world. If Antonio Carlos Jr. doesn't bring improvement to his wrestling, it's going to be tough to take Tavares down, but my assumption here is I'm betting a guy who I think has even a slight edge on the feet in Antonio Carlos Jr. due to the range and to the jab, and I think he's going to body lock Tavares and going to take him down. Plus, I think Antonio Carlos Jr. are going to bring great improvements. He's not in ATT like I'm putting, he's at his prime, and he's committed to his career. So I believe more in Antonio Carlos Jr. than Brett Tavares, right? And guys, if you are has some experience in betting, it's like two guys, and if the guy comes to fight, it's like anybody's fight, right? But in this case, I'm given all the circumstances, I'm giving much more chances to Antonio Carlos Jr. And all of this have been said, when I go to the fight odds, I see Antonio Carlos Jr. as at plus 130 favorite, right? Plus 130 underdog. So I have 30% like at more money if I'm betting Antonio Carlos Jr. in terms of return. And like I said, I think this is a great fight to bet. I'm quite confident on Antonio Carlos Jr. I would be bet Brett Tavares, so it's not that I'm ruling out. I don't see Tavares' chance to win. I see. But I would be betting Tavares if I would be getting him at plus 230, because There are so much more chances that Antonio Carlos Jr. win, in my opinion, due to everything I said, that I would be willing to bet him at this line. It's exactly what I found. So this is quite a confident bet for my side, and this is going to be nearly 3% of my money. On to the next fight that I'm going to be covering here. It's Polyana Viana versus Mallory Martin. So again, a little bit more detail here, so you guys can have a good feeling why I think this is a strong bet. Martin, she's a calm, cool, collected girl. You know, she's very tough. She's always in the fight, quite around, can do a little bit of everything. He's under a good training camp in elevation. She's good in getting inside with the strikes. You know, she likes to move with the 1-2. She likes to clinch. Also, times her opponents quite well. When the opponents close the gap, she goes with straights and left hooks. So she's quite decent at timing her opponents. She mixes the takedowns, has a good guillotine. But the thing is, the downfall from Martin, she attacks in straight lines. I don't see much power from her end. She doesn't have that much accuracy either. She's still a developing fighter, doesn't have much fights on her belt. Also, she makes some mistakes on the ground, on the feet, exposes herself. She's quite short and short in range, doesn't carry much power like I said. And I don't see her moving much in the octagon. She likes to hold her ground a little bit more. And that makes her, a little bit easier to hit, and she doesn't react well when she gets hit. She ate some strikes, ate a powerful overhand. In her last fight, she got disoriented in the octagon. So I think Martin, she's a decent overall fighter, but I'm not too impressed. On the other side, we have Polyana Viana, calm and cool, collected girl as well. She's quite tall. I think she's 5'6", and she's long. Very long limbs. She's quite tough, and she's very great around fighter. She has got very good footwork when she gets moving. She's tough to hit. The head doesn't move much, but the feet moves pretty quickly. She's great in timing her opponents with leg kicks, with sharp straight hands. When she moves forward, she has very sharp hands. She throws with intent. She has good power. She has good accuracy. She's a high-level BJJ player. She's a champion in Brazil. Probably it's brown belt, but still it's high level, guys. She's dangerous with lots of submissions. She chains submissions together like leg locks, arm bars. She has some flashes of greatness. I see some very sharp switch kicks. She throws right to the liver, super accurate. She has great power on the legs as well. She can, combo with body locks, with, nasty pressure from top. She's a great BJJ player from the top. She's very tight, great submissions. The downfall for Polyana Viana, like I'm putting, it's the chin up, the hands down, and eventually she comes with naked kicks. And her biggest problem from everything I have said is her consistency. And from two fights before, her last fight against the same girl that fought Mallory Martin, just forgot the name, I'm sorry about this. She got tired. Just give me a second. So sorry about that. It's not that she got tired, I said it wrong. She actually, for some reason, she decided to sit back and wait as the fight went on, and she let the fight slip through her. And the girl that she fought was Hannah Cifers, the same girl that she lost to Hannah Cifers. Mallory Martin won against Hannah Cifers. It was that overhand that I spoke about as well. So that's the problem that Polyana Viana has. She, from two fights, from this last fight of Hannah Cifers, she used it to sit back and wait for the fight. After this fight, she fought Veronica Macedo. She came out hard and fast in this fight. She was doing it very good. She started landing on the feet, went for a body lock takedown, took Macedo down and got arm barred. It was quite disappointing because she should be the superior grappler, but still. She showed up that she somehow adjusted to this fight. And her last fight against Emily Whitmire, that, by the way, in my opinion, guys, don't take this wrong, I'm not saying it, I'm not throwing hate on Martin or anything. To me, just forgot the name of the girl, 1 second. So I'm quite bad with names. So Emily Whitmire, she's the better fighter than Mallory Martin, in my opinion, okay? And she dominated that fight, And again, what impressed me is not the thing that she dominated. There's no problem that she got a submission. The things that it seems to me that she woke up, And Polyana Viana moving forward, fighting at her best, she's gonna dominate the fight. I have 95% confidence on this, So that's why I'm very confident on Polyana Viana. To me, she's gonna dominate this fight. She's gonna win by submission. I have her at submission. I would be betting her on all of these lines. And if everything goes wrong, if she sits back and waits for the fight, I still think she's gonna win. because like I said, Mallory Martin, a girl that on the feet does a quite decent job, but she doesn't have the range. Polyana has the range, has the accuracy, has the power, has nasty switch kicks, and if she pulls guard, she can easily submit Martin. Martin makes mistakes on the ground. So I see this girl as a strong favorite, a strong pick. I will almost put her as a green there, as like a high bet. So I'm very close to putting her to green. You know, if she would be like plus 180, it would be, you know, nearly 8%, even 9% of my money. So now I put 6.5, but I'm going to be probably throwing 7.5. So it's a very strong pick from my end, and that's the reason why. All right. So this is it here. So guys, you would be filtering here, getting Polyana Viana with the amount of I'm betting, which is showing my confidence. And the last one, we're going to be talking about Megan Anderson, which I'm betting 7.5% of my money, and I have it as a green. And I'm going to be breaking down this fight for you guys. Actually, I haven't added here. So let me break down from the spreadsheet itself. You know, what is the thing here, guys? Amanda Nunes, she's a great, well-rounded fighter. She's said to be the best female fighter in the planet, and this is playing a huge factor on these lines. You know, that's why everybody's crazy about Amanda Nunes. But what is Amanda Nunes' style, basically? She has a very powerful overhand right. She's very explosive, and she's very big and long as a bantamweight. She's like 5'8". She has 71 inches, which is massive for a woman. She has, she's like not only the arms, she has long legs, she's athletic, and she has that nasty, powerful overhand right. She also does a good job in feinting, throwing leg kicks, quite powerful leg kicks, I'll give her that. And good jabs, good straight punches, but the main thing are the overhand rights and the leg kicks. Plus, she can wrestle. She learned how to wrestle throughout her career. She can chain wrestle a little bit, and she's very good from top too. You know, I think she's a black belt in BJJ. She has good skills on the ground, good ground and pound, takes the back. She's quite strong from top. What is the downfall of Amanda Nunes? If you guys see, the fights that was mostly competitive was against Valentina Shevchenko, which is a girl that has 6 inches disadvantage in terms of reach of Amanda Nunes. And Shevchenko is now fighting as a flyweight, whereas Amanda Nunes is a big bantamweight. In my opinion, these fights were very close because Amanda Nunes, when she feels that when she pulls the trigger, she cannot finish her opponent quickly enough. She's afraid, she's weary of her cardio because she has showed cardio problems in the past. So once she starts wrestling, she starts, you know, losing a little bit her composure. She gets tired and she starts getting caught. That happened against Germaine Durandamy. Watch that fight. After she tried to wrestle a little bit, she even took Durandamy down. Then she started slowing down. She started eating some punches. Then in the second round, she was able to finish Durandamy. But still, guys, it's Amanda Nunes. She's a great overall fighter, but she's at her best when she can land powerful strikes, when she can finish her opponents quickly. On the other side, we have Megan Anderson. This girl is such a massive featherweight. I think even if we would put the boys together, she's probably the strongest, considering boys and girls all together. She's huge. She's like 6 feet, has very long arms and legs. You know, I think the UFC somehow is measuring her wrong. They're putting like 72 inches. I think she has at least 75. You know, those legs are also very long. She used it to have lots of problems against grapplers. You know, she used it to, get submitted pretty quickly, but she seemed to have adjusted that. I think she's very committed to her career. She's a young, girl. Like, she's probably now in her 30s, or 29 she is. Amanda Nunes, she's also at her prime. She's 33. So both of these girls are at their prime. Anderson is committed to her career. She has the chance here to defeat the best female fighter in the planet at a weight class that Amanda Nunes doesn't quite belong to, if I'm gonna be honest. You know, she's a big bantamweight, but in terms of featherweight, I think she's a little bit undersized. And Megan Anderson, I think the amount of weight she cuts is just ridiculous, which gives a concern on the cardio. But she has such a massive advantage in terms of strength and size that is just ridiculous. And now, guys, Megan Anderson, she has very good straight punches. You know, she can also kick. And to take this girl down, even though she doesn't have the best technical takedown defense, not the best escapes from the bottom, she's so big, and if she makes some adjustments, which I think she will, because it's her fight that's could change her life. I think we're gonna see Megan Anderson improving. She's now under a great training camp in Glory MMA and Fitness. Everybody talks about James Cross, his coaching stuff. I think James Cross is a great coach. I think Megan Anderson has their head in the right direction and she's gonna bring it, you know. If she brings it, so given everything I said, which I think it's very likely that's gonna happen, to me this is a nearly pick and fight, guys. I see a little bit better chance for Amanda Nunes if she can take Megan Anderson down and quickly submit her, which has a decent chance to happen. But to me, most likely, Megan Anderson is standing on her ground, using the takedown defense, or at least quickly getting back up. And from there, guys, it's anybody's fight, I'm telling you. I think Megan Anderson carries more power. Nunes has more technique, can use more like kicks, more jabs and whatnot, but Megan Anderson has the reach. She can jab herself, good straight punches, and if she lands, she's gonna do much more damage than Amanda Nunes at this weight class. You guys are following through right now, right? Given all of this, guys, I have it nearly a pick 'em. Like I said, I would put like Amanda Nunes as a 55% favorite, Anderson as a 45% underdog, but then when I look at the lines, this is just ridiculous, guys. Plus 700, there is huge value on Megan Anderson. Even if I'm gonna eat my words here, I don't care if I lose this bet. This is the biggest bet that I have as of now. I'm gonna be, you know, if I cash, which I'm thinking there's a great chance that I cash this fight, I think I'm gonna definitely cash big. You know, it's nearly 64% return, which is massive. You know, in one fight you're gonna be making, in terms of percentage, this is almost like, this is the like 700%. And I'm also parlaying Megan Anderson with other confident fighters like Polyana Viana. So if both of these girls cash, which here I'm giving 90% confidence, and here I'm giving 45. So if I cash these two girls together in a parlay, I have plus 2,000. So guys, this is just massive. I'm also parlaying them with Antonio Carlos Jr., which I'm quite confident as well, like 60-70%. So guys, these are great betting opportunities, and this is how I think you guys can benefit being in my VIP list. Plus, on top of the VIP list, not only those early breakdowns, the access to the spreadsheet, you're gonna be able to reach out to me, you know, in a more personalized fashion. You can ask my opinion on prop bets, whatever you want. So I think this is gonna be great for you guys. Take opportunity now that I'm not charging anything, that this is totally free, and because I want to build this thing, and afterwards, obviously, I'm gonna be asking some contribution to keep the channel running and whatnot. But still, guys, enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. It was a pretty long one, but I wanted to gain you guys trust. You guys see what I'm bringing here, and you guys see the value and everything. All right, so guys, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, please like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, and stay tuned for the rest of the fighting breakdowns and whatnot. Until there, this is Rodder Bet, bring the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.